Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Leo placements. If you're cross-watching for a Leo, you may need to flip or switch your roles as energy is fluid as I'm reading the energy. And I'm going to just see what would like to come out. Okay? So, we have Aries. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo. There's thoughts about something you're doing at this time, whatever that might be. Maybe what it is you're involved with, or you are gaining a lot of attention possibly at this time, Leo. Okay, there's something bold here. You being bold, or a bold move. A bold move that could have turned into something overwhelming with Pisces. Your dreams could be significant with Pisces as well. Okay. Please keep in mind that not all my messages are going to resonate with everyone, so if it doesn't resonate so far, take that as a message. And if it does resonate, please hit that like button. Okay, thank you. We've got cooperation, balance, being restored, so the scales being balanced in a big way, I feel. All right, let's see. Yeah, because bold, the boldness and or something. Okay, what I need to do is check and make sure this is working so I don't do a whole video and find out later that it didn't work. All right, Aries again, so that confirms that. So let me check here. Yeah. All right, I'm going to check the sound. All right, cool. It's working, and that is what I needed to know. Okay, so this is about your willpower. The willpower that you have been present in, I want to say. You've been present in great willpower. Okay, back. And that has helped you learn. When you learn, then you can teach. But, you know, you don't have to. But it is about learning, expanding. The universe is expanding. It is about expansion, awareness with that expansion. Okay? It is about what you're doing, Virgo. Could be Virgo involved. Okay, the details are being illuminated here. There was a service to others. It is in the reverse. There's something new and different. So it maybe some minor adjustments are needed, possibly. So if you do some minor adjustments, that could be helpful. Yeah. The Sun, minor adjustments, helpful. So adding an aspect to something helps bring it to light. Okay? Details. All right. Yeah, what is going on? I'm just going to see what would like to come off for you. All right. Yeah. For the Leos. Okay, patience, Leo. Okay, so things are being adjusted, and some kind of big beetle just flew by the window. Big beetle. The details. And this balance that's being restored. Virgo and Libra could be significant at this time. There's an unexpected change, so that's that adjustment that's being made. It's not being made by an individual energy. It's not being made by an individual energy. It's being made by a universe or something bigger than ourselves, your higher self. Okay, so we've got that learn, teach, grow, and expansion, and you being open to a change. An unusual. Okay, I'm trying to combine all this and it doesn't work that way. Hang on. An unexpected change with Uranus. So that's that coming from adjustment. Excuse me. Other people. Other people, of course, are involved here. We got 8th house, Scorpio, getting and using power. All right. There's an unexpected change in getting and using power, Leo. feel like I need to shuffle, so I'm going to about this past. Back to Cancer, back to the past. What is it? Back to the future? Oh, here you are, Leos. What kind of investments or games? I don't know. The Power of Love. Oh my gosh, that's the song by Huey Lewis and the News that is in Back to the Future. If you see the top line, it says the power of love. You know. Okay. So there's a sacrifice. So something about that. Again, with the 80s. 80s is coming up a lot. There's a benefit and there's a benefit. There's a benefit with the change. Okay, so back to the future. There will be. There will be. It's funny. Leo. Could be dealing with a Capricorn day to day, or there was something on the day to day. Could have been having to do with partnerships in, my gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. Partnerships in work. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what the word I was going to use. Huh. Okay. Confront. Okay, so something's confronting, energizing the situation. Excuse me. Force yourself to, because there's an unexpected change. So some kind of change is going to bring about another change, and this unexpected change possibly could be out of one's control. Details are out of one's control. The past. Maybe what had you feel insecure at one time. There's something new and different about it. Aquarius could be significant. The moon, there's some kind of fear or attachment. And then the sun. So you got the sun and the moon, the feminine and the masculine aspect of all these, and of the, what is that? The original energy. So there's some kind of original energy. So wouldn't that be an original intention? Took place somewhere. So the original intention of the past. And I guess it's about what you learned from it, Leo. Or what anyone can learn from it. Moon could be fear involved. Awareness. So awareness is taking place. This is gaining respect and things being brought to light, specifically with the sun. So it's like, you know, it's going to, whatever is done in the dark is coming to light. It is something like very simple. So there is a very simple concept here, and it's been made complicated for some reason. So what is that about? The concept, an idea, the connections. Something's been made complicated that was actually very simple, but it was complicated for a reason. I don't know what that reason would be. To test your leadership or to test you in some type of way. I don't like that word, but it is about doing what you want to do, and that's the way that is. And as a result of a power, some kind of power of love, cherish. So looks like something was taken quite seriously that didn't, okay, so something went too far in a direction and it didn't have to go that way. The cost. The beliefs. Something went in a direction. Direct. Use the most direct way. I just said direction. So Taurus energy. The direct way is the North Node. There will be. Leo. And this is the Aries energy. Your willpower. So maybe it was your willpower that was tested. And it's like, so if you learned the lesson, you, what is that word? You strengthened. It's so easy. You strengthened your intuition. And strength is your card. All right, so connections, ideas. So there's a lot of ideas spinning around, I feel, from the past. A lot of ideas spinning around from the past, but it's like, how relevant is it to the right now? I don't know. There will be, though. So something will be, regardless. Hangman. All right, so the card of seeing a higher perspective, a different way of looking at something was an unusual example. So, honoring the experience. That's how you gain maturity and come out of it with maturity. Learn from it. And you can only learn from an experience for taking accountability for your part in it. I mean, how can somebody learn from not taking accountability? That wouldn't make any sense. So it is about accountability first, or something like that. Chariot in reverse for whatever wasn't balanced going forward that is now blocked. And it all has to do with some kind of page of swords in reverse, a narrative that was attached to. So that narrative wasn't a direct anything. It was all, what did I say, spinning, but I don't know, it had all the right elements to spin in a direction, but once it's lost part of its element, it's unable to continue in the same direction. There's disappointment involved. Okay, so Leo. Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to keep all these, but I've got the Queen and the Queen and Queen of the Queen and Queen. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Using your intuition. I said something about upping your intuition. So here is the manifestations. Here's using your intuition. That balance of dark and light and knowing what you want to move forward with. And then I have blockages due to some kind of power trip, jealous energy, and chasing something that is been overdone or something. So I mentioned that chariot, here it is. It happened to be split there. Then I also have a wish fulfillment on top of it. So you're moving toward a wish fulfillment, away from something else that is no longer a wish fulfillment. And I guess that is the simplicity of it all, right? Here's deception. An unexpected change with this lie or deception or getting away with something. Okay, something's unrest. It has to do with a love offer. Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, so it is a different way of looking at an unusual example. And it's also holding on to something really tightly. So sometimes when you hold on to something really tightly, there's a lesson of, everything is temporary. And some of these lessons can be rather harsh. And you're aware of some kind of what was hidden, really. Sun in reverse. It's like how seriously you want to take something. There's a wish fulfillment again coming in. There will be. There will be. So there will be the energy to create this too. It's just, so even if you're focusing on something else, something's still being created. I mean, the universe doesn't stop just because something didn't go away. But anyway, moon in reverse, clarity without, didn't I say what was coming? What was done in the dark is coming to light. So no longer hidden by the moon. The sun is here. Here's the sun. Something's at unrest. The devil. There's some kind of worry about what somebody wants. Could be a marriage or something, a past connection. A community attached to a past connection. Somebody wanted something to work out, or could have been, hang on a second. I'm just getting some kind of something. Judgment in reverse. Well, there was a judgment attached to it. Emperor in reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we saw that Emperor in reverse. Hang on. Reach. That's that force. Okay, so overly forcing something over and over again. Number 44 I've got here. 494. The stability was unable to change. So it's like a tower came in. Queen of Wands in reverse. This energy's like the energy that didn't take accountability. That's still looking at something, whatever was done in the dark. All right, somebody's jealous of what? And their ships aren't coming in. What is going on here? Love. Jealous of love and choices. Gemini. Lovers, connections. This energy is definitely two-faced because it's in reverse. Not the lovers, but the, hang on a second, let me get one of these. And, so souls that belong to each other will always find a way to be together. So, if souls and love that belongs together will always find a way back to each other. And if it doesn't, then, you know, it wasn't, I don't know, it's the way it goes. 9 and 10 of Wands. Oh my goodness, Leo. This is not interested here. The passion was placed, the passion was displaced. Okay, passion displaced. Now we've got the 9 of Wands and the Ace, that equals the 10 of Wands. Not carrying these burdens. So that is about, so you took accountability for your actions, because this is an action, I got action, the word action right here with Mars, Aries energy, twice. Jealous action. You wanted to bring something about. I don't know, what is this 9 of Cups? Overly invested, if somebody emotionally over invested. And if you can see the Queen of Cups in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse, emotionally, I believe it, invested. Okay, in your journey or your life, I don't know, another energy emotionally invested, Sun in reverse. It's like you don't have your back. It's like, or behind your back, because it was right back, standing your ground. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've got King of Pentacles on this force or action. Could be an authority figure or somebody who felt that they had an authority because they had more. Like more was more powerful. The more you had, the more important or something. Huh? That's the truth. So some kind of ego. And that ego will cause some kind of anxiety or pressure. 10 of Wands. Okay, so releasing that burden that was placed. Okay, so I've got Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. You making good investments now, or if you made a poor investment, it's acknowledging, learning the lesson, and the only one that fails is the one that gives up, right? So we got the Hangman in reverse here, okay? So that tells me this energy's hanging around, waiting to see things. See what? Oh, well, they're codependent on it. So what is that? Didn't I see something? Okay, there's something in one's business, somebody, another's business. Page of Cups in reverse. Not innocent. Page of Swords in reverse in someone's business. With what? Disappointment. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this energy was to, what's it to show you? I'm trying to get to a place here. Oh, a win at all cost situation. That's what it's trying to show you. So something went round and round, over and over. So that spinning around wasn't to spin around to evolve. It was to spin around to go round and round, over and over, to win at all cost. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, lack of accountability for the choices or the choices of communication that were along the way. Two of Cups in reverse, a narrative then about a relationship that, so an ex, or what didn't work out. And then you got the strength to overcome. This Tiger Eye is significant. Strength to overcome. Star, you are the star energy, this Aquarius. Details, discovery, hope, healing. Page of Pentacles in reverse. All these pages over here. So lots of dealings with energy that is not understanding where you're coming from. So maybe you keep trying to try harder. The wheel is still turning. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, closing off the cycle, going in your favor, not winning. Okay, so knowing that somebody gained some kind of satisfaction here. High Priestess in reverse. Realizing this is about your own intuition. This is about your own growth, your own learning. Sun in reverse, yeah. So your own fears, that what kept you attached, your own fears that kept you attached to something. So, and it had to do with that overwhelming community. And it could be you broke free from some kind of conventional attitude or belief. The High Priestess is in reverse and the Hierophant is upright. So it's like when you're balancing out your own light and dark here, it's take the other energy out of the equation. Because when it all comes down to it, it's what you do. Okay, so if you can't see where you're going, or someone can't see where they're going, it's going to make it more difficult to make current decisions and stay in the present moment. The Hierophant is in reverse. So we saw it in reverse then. Okay, both of these are in reverse. So could have been, like I said, past ex and collaborations with others. So all these connections that were made because of this one connection. So there were several connections made by one or with a connection. Emperor and Empress are both in reverse. Very distorted masculine and feminine energies here, all being brought to light. Okay, so the simple, so it's like the more you take out of the equation, the less, it's like the less you need to know, the more you're going to learn. So the less you need to know, the more you're going to learn. Yeah. Oh my name that. I'm trying not to take your reading so seriously, but it's like serious, but not serious. Well, you're moving to calmer waters because it's only as serious as you want it to be. Okay, somebody moved to calmer waters. No longer putting the work in. Hermit energy, withdrawing, finding your own balance within. This is going by your own guidance. I keep getting this notification. Okay. All right. So there's something slow and steady that's been at a pace of slow and steady with the Knight of Pentacles. And it always reaches, wow, another Nine of Cups. Check it out, 2 Nine of Cups. So one's wish wasn't another's wish. It's like, I feel like, how do I want to say? One man's garbage is another man's treasure, because one wish isn't, okay, so everybody's got their own journey, okay. Let's see more about that. Let's see what's going on. What is this unexpected change? So wish fulfillment being confirmed twice. So whatever's being brought to light is going to bring you some kind of, excuse me, my nose is itchy, some kind of progress, I want to say. Wow, here's the progress. I said holding something very close with the Four of Pentacles, and now the Four of Pentacles is in reverse. Letting go brings the wish fulfillment. The unexpected. So whatever's coming in that is unexpected is possibly better than what you expected. Now you can see where you're going. The burdens have been, dropped? Maybe dropped them. Yeah, you dropped it. Look at that. Capricorn energy. Devil. Sun. Illuminating the devil. I said what was done in the dark is coming to light. It was done in the dark, coming to light. You are on your way to meeting your true love, possibly Leo. And I don't know, Valentine's Day could be significant. We've got the red heart there. All right, let's see. Move into calmer waters. Page of Cups in reverse. Wasn't it in, yeah, it's in reverse over here. That's part of that devil. Overly emotional attachment here to an environment or to a commitment having to do with stability that was not stable to begin with. So it was attached to the devil. So if it fell apart and someone felt left out in the cold, they weren't innocent in a situation. But it is all about taking accountability for your part, and then that's when the calmer waters take place, moving to calmer waters. Because I have the Five of Swords over here, and then the Six of Swords. Not, wanting something more when it's, or something. Anyway, now Judgment comes out in reverse. So, Judgment occurs from being overly emotional. So I have a water sign, earth sign, could be significant, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, or another Leo. There will be the wish fulfillment that is coming in. Wow. You let go. You keep letting go of what is no longer serving here. Two of Cups in reverse. I'm moving to calmer waters again, confirming the past. Honest past reflection with the Six of Cups. Messages rushing in. This is how you respond, or if you are interested. You're not blind to this. So the blindfold is off. Hermit in reverse. You're also coming out of it with some kind of knowledge that you gain from the experience and wisdom of the experience. Wow, and justice then occurs, if that all makes sense. Okay, let's see what else here for you. A desert of isolation with the devil. So maybe you've been in a desert of isolation and it's time to come out of that. Growth potential is here. Roots of success. Sounds like fire trucks. All right. For Leo, free to move. Move. I said something about an environment, something changing in an environment. Moving. Physically moving. Magic opportunity. Be here now. Roots of success. Oh, well, we're not going to take all those. But, well, let's see. Wow, okay. Flame of courage. So, courage. I said courage specifically earlier, didn't I? Strength, courage. Card of fire. Okay, so igniting new passion, igniting something. The valley of the shadows. Step into the enveloping valley of shadows. Here, fears are faced and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths. Dimly lit, you had a dimly lit, I can't even say it. Dimly lit path. And here, the flame of courage is right there, but on the flip side of your desert of isolation, the valley of the shadows, going through a lot of darkness, and that's why I said what was done in the dark will come to light. So there's a lot of forgiveness involved here, a lot of restitution, resolution, something like that. Unwavering faith. Oh, okay, let's see here. Hang on, my hair is kind of bothering me. All right. Okay, now I got hair on my hand. All right. Deal with that later. Okay, Valley of the Shadows. What's that about? A shield of resilience. So, your resilience got you through it. Your unwavering faith and resilience through some kind of judgments in the divine flow. This is about being open to receive. So this is already receiving and in divine flow. There's a metamorphosis mirage. So something about that reflection. Fully immersed. Make a change. Leo. Desert of isolation again. Fear of isolation? Serene haven. I don't know. Desert of isolation. Maybe you just really like being alone in your own haven. I've got the desert and then I've got the ocean I don't want to say a harbor of some sort with a boat. A harbor, is that what you call them? True intentions. Didn't I say? True intentions. I'm going to end it there because that concludes that. Thanks a lot, Leo. I'll see you next time.